Hello folks, Scott Grove here with part 2, let's do of our Southern Rock guitar series. We're going to be basically going to the intermediate level here. So if you got through part 1, we will get through part 2 relatively easy. It will be twice as hard as the first one. Why? Because we're going to do all the little licks and all the little fun stuff in Southern Rock that really make it what it is. The first one was an intro into it. Now we're going to get into the real meat and potatoes. We're going to do mainly Skinner stuff. We're going to do stuff like I Know a Little, Call Me the Breeze, stuff like that. God, there's more of them. Anyway, Sweet Home, of course. But I'm not going to teach you the whole songs. The best teaching actually involves giving you the tools, then you go figure the thing out. I'll give you enough of it that you know what the song is about, and you can figure out the rest of it on your own. And you'll be able to do that. That's the best way to learn things. If you sit there and use a bunch of tab and stuff, it's just going to go in one ear, one out the other. If you actually figure it out on your own, you'll remember this stuff for the rest of your life. Today we're going to be using the lovely Gibson Reverse Flying V. And for Sweet Home, for the good old Strat sound, we're going to be using an old 1983 Gibson Corvus. Check that out. You'll never see another one of those probably in your life. Bolt-on neck, 3 single coils, 5-way switch, sound like a Strat? You bet it does. Weird looking thing? You bet. But I love it. Nothing plays or sounds like that thing. Okay, so the stuff I said, like we're going to do, will be your Calm in the Breeze stuff. Here's your rhythm. We'll be doing that, and the typical stuff. It's all about guitar in Southern Rock. We'll also be doing the licks you have to have. Okay, so you'll be getting those and more from Call Me the Breeze. From I Know a Little, you'll be getting the typical stuff. All that stuff, of course, the regular signature licks. All that stuff. So there's your I Know a Little stuff. We'll get through all of that. Of course, the Sweet Home, your typical. Okay, so we'll get through all that stuff and some of the lead stuff that goes to it. But once again, this is Scott Grove. We're going through part 2 of our Southern Rock series. Will there be a part 3? You betcha, buddy. I'm all about sequels. A lot of people don't buy into them, but that's okay. For those of you who want them, I'm making them. Okay, even if only 2 of you get them, so be it. That's two more people that know a little more than the next guy down the block. So once again, Scott Grove, part 2 of your Southern Rock series, coming right up. Oh, I know you're going to miss my pretty face, and you just love looking at this guitar, don't you? You either love it or you hate it, boy. It's cool. Anyway, we're going to get right to the Call Me the Breeze by Skinner. We're going to point out the major parts where, like I said, I'm using this we all the time. Today that stands for me and my guitar. That's right, that's a we. So we're going to show you how to do this. Your basic rhythm part of it, you'll know, actually starts off with a little, oh boy, that's rough to play, isn't it? So you simply start on the low E string at the 5th fret with your A. The song is in A. Okay, so you start at the 5th fret and just give it a hit, and exactly what it looks like, what's called a gliss. You slide it up the neck, hold down hard, and back down. Best thing you could do is try to actually go up to the A again, which will be at your 17th fret. Okay, so there it is, dramatically, over dramatically shown. But if you actually go, so get it in that basic area. That went right to it. And right before we start our rhythm. I actually on stage do the stupid thing. You can do it if you want. Here's the little trick. I do this. most part. Yeah, you get the idea. It's like 7 in the morning here, so I'm not awake yet. Haven't had my Wheaties, but I'll get some strength from something. I'll have a Twinkie. Anyway, I kind of do that kind of thing just for flavor and flash. So that's just going from the A, going up, hitting the A with your other hand, and then finally coming back down once I get a hold of my left hand. Anyway, so that much out of the way. The rhythm is okay, so all that is 2nd fret, your A. Okay, we're basically hitting the open A string and then doing A going down with a downstroke on your pick, up strokes for your G and D string that are barred across. Okay, there is a ghost note. A ghost note is a note that is not actually played, it's just clicked. That one. I generally do it on the A string, just muted with the palm of my hand, if you remember this from part 1. If you don't have part 1, shame on you. Okay, that just goes up to the 5th fret. Okay, so 5th fret and then back to the 2nd fret. So everything on the A string, including the ghost note, is a downstroke, and everything else is an upstroke. Here's a close-up of the rhythm hand. Okay. Okay, and I kind of over-dramatically do this. I'll try to calm it down. It actually goes... Okay, which is on the A string, 3rd fret, middle finger. So, 3rd fret, pull off to open A, then to the 3rd fret on the low E string, and we bend it towards the floor like we're trying to get an A note out of the G. You can actually almost go there. Same thing, but we stop on the C or the 5th fret, 2nd time around. There is one more ghost note, check it here. Right before you do the little lick. Again. Or you can hit the open A like I just did. It don't matter, slop is fine. It's cool in Southern rock. And then, okay, that is the rhythm part for now, for the beginning of it. I like to do hammer-offs and pull-offs on this part, which is simply open A, and then you hammer on to that 3rd fret and pull off. That's the only difference. So it sounds like this. Okay, so that's just a little inflection or a little bit of phrasing difference that I do use. I like to do it. You could do it if you want to. If you want to be true to the record, go that route. Okay? The lead guitar player steps in right then. Or either octave you want to play it in. That part is fairly easy. I'll give it to you way up here. You can do it in either octave you want. They had 2 guitar players. It sounds like to me that somebody's doing it in each octave. Okay, so I'll give you that lick. Not much more, because the rest of it is so easy you'll figure it out. I showed you how to do some of it on the first one because this song actually has. I'll show you that one again, just for a refresher. This lick, you might already have it by looking at that, if some of you guys are getting good fast. On the A string, up at the 15th fret, middle finger, we're hammering on from 15 to 16. Okay? So 15, 16 on the A string. Then hammer on from 14 to 16 on the D string. Then we're going to do a vibrato on the G string, 14th fret. So we're hitting that twice. Going back to the 16th on the D. So we have. Okay, what do we do now? We do a bend on the G string up at the 16th fret with your ring finger. Bend it up a whole step, meaning 2 frets. And back to a wobbling, vibratoing 14th fret on the G. Okay, that part. We start with a pre-bend, so that means the G string is already bent up. Okay, so we're here at the 16th fret. We release it. Release the bend. Release the hounds! I love using that. And pull off to the A again on the 14th fret. Then we bend up again on the 16th fret. While that is bent up, we're going to snag the high E string with our pinky on the 17th fret. Okay? With an upstroke. That'll be our first upstroke. Everything is down before that. And then we're going to hit. Okay, let that high E string ring there at the 17th fret, and we're going to go back and bend that 14th fret, I'm sorry, the 16th fret again on the G string that is still ringing. So it is this. Okay. That one is from the 17th fret on the B string. I'm using my first finger back here to help support that ring finger to bend it. Okay, so that's the lick. Bend it up a whole step. Hit it again, release it. Okay, so you can hit it or pull off, you know, however you want to do it. So we're coming off of it. Okay, so release it, pull off to the 15th, then we'll go to the G string, bend up on the 16th. The same one we've been doing the whole time. 16 pre-bent, release it, pull off to the A note on the 14th. So here's the whole thing slow. You got your choice. You can hit it on the B string too instead of the high E if you want, or both of them. Okay, but to play it clean. Okay, if you want to come back down from the rest of it like I did to come right into the first verse. That one is, after you come down, the rest of it is simply on the D string, here at the 16th, 14th, then we got here at the 15th on the A, then just to the 12th, which will be your A note again on the A. Okay, that goes right into where the first words start. So there's a quickie into how that goes. The rest of it, for the most part, you can figure out yourself. Back to the rhythm part. There is a part, check this out, when you're doing the regular rhythm, okay, that, you'll find that in a lot of Molly Hatchet stuff too. You'll hear this on 80% of Molly Hatchet songs, or 80% of all Southern rock songs. Okay, so that little lick. Okay, you take a D bar chord. Okay, which of course is 5th fret on your A, 7th and 7th on your D and G respectively. Okay, that is I'll show it to you that way. Cool little lick. It goes by quick. Hey, I'm a poet, didn't know it. 5th fret, A string. There's your lick. Slowed down, see if you can figure it out before I show it to you. Okay, so quickly, that is on the A string, 5th fret. We're going to the 7th and sliding up to the 9th. With your ring finger, D string. So you hit it on the 7th fret twice, then a hammer on pull off from 7 to 9 with your ring finger. You gotta get that smooth and quick, because that's coming up next. Then we're back to the 9th. Okay, so you're going to the 9th fret, ring finger on your A, to 7, pull off to the 5. Okay, 7, 9, 7, 5. So sounds like Mary Had a Lamb. Okay, great. Okay. Okay. All I did there was just go down to a C, go down to a major 7. So you're in D. Again, in a lot of Southern rock songs. Right before you go back to the major chord or your root, your 1. If you get any of my theory things, you'll know what the heck I'm talking about. It's called a passing note or a passing chord. But they love to go to that off of the 4 chord or the D. Okay, again there, they just like to slide down. Okay, that's where you get your cool little upstroke. So we got, I'll let you see what my hand's doing here. Okay, so there's what the right hand's doing. So from the E, See if I can grab the right frets myself. Okay, so there's your basic look into that. Also, you'll find a part in Call Me the Breeze where everything does this. The whole band, the bass player, the piano player, God rest his soul, he takes a great piano solo while the band is going. Okay, so it goes like that. Exactly. You add in another guitar player, which they had, and another guitar player, which they had. You can get... I'll show you that real quick. Okay, so that is just... Okay. Basically what we've done before. Okay, so you get open A, hammer on your A string, 3, 4, D string, 2, 4, and then 2 on the A. Twice. Then backwards with this, 5, 4, 2, and that's it. And that's the phrasing. Okay, those are on the D string, 5, 4, 2. Okay, so you have this. If you want to get that harmony sound that I did earlier, I only added one extra note on the highest note we did. I flattened it out and hit the B string also on the 2nd fret, so you get... You can do that too, play the middle 2 strings, your G string and your D string, and add another harmony in. Okay. If you want to do that, you're the only guitar player around, or your other guy just can't hack it, you can play both parts if you want to. Okay? Another part right after that is... which is simply a 7th chord, but what you're doing is taking a regular C chord, okay? You know your C. Anybody don't? Real quick. 3 on the A, 2 on the D, and 1 on the B string. You take that whole thing, move it up 2 frets. So now your ring finger is on the 5th fret, but it still looks like a C chord. So you have 5 on the A, 4 on the D, 3, 5, 4, 3 on the B. Now we're going to add our pinky at the 5th fret on the G string. And we play... We're actually only playing like 3 strings. Your A string, D string, and G string. The thing is to get this phrasing right. Okay, so it's a matter of sliding. Okay, so I would say do a slide down as a pull off, kind of like this. You only hit it one time with your pick. And when you slide it back up, hit it with your pick. You only go on 1 fret, but the whole chord has to be like your fingers are glued together. That's the 2nd part. So you slide into it. There's the 2nd part I'm teaching you now. Slide into it. So you go slide. That's 1 pick. Then you pick it up, upstroke. Then everything else is picked. Watch my right hand too with the pick. Okay, so that whole part is... Okay, so that is no more than just listening to me or the record and knowing how that goes. Okay, so again. Okay, do some ghost notes, do some of this. We covered that in the first one, what those are. So go back and get the first one if you jumped ahead and you were lost. Otherwise, too bad. And then back. Then what do? We do the same thing, but we take that whole D7, actually while we're playing, we take it up 2 more frets. And we play that 1 time through. Okay, so this is actually an E7. Okay, because you're starting at the 9th fret with your ring finger and still building that C chord and then putting your pinky down here on the 7th fret on the G string. And play the same thing, but without sliding into it first. So it's just, and then we go back here. Okay, and then back to the or. Okay, so that is it. So in full context, again, I will play it through 1 time. You can see how it goes. We'll move on, and we'll do one more thing with this song. So the whole part goes. And when you hear that part in the song, that is the whole thing that you play, okay? Because that's a piano solo to go on over top of that. There is one little part, I've showed this before, but it's worth mentioning again. One of the big solos on this thing is just a bumblebee thing. So of course we're in the key of A. We're going to go up to the E note on the G string, which is the 9th fret, with your middle finger. Okay, so there's your regular E. Okay, now we're going to do the 7th of an A, which is a G, with our first finger on the 8th fret of the B string. So those are going to be the only 2 fingers that we're using. So you have, of course, if it was an A, you would put something down here on the 10th fret, but it's not. It's A7. So this here is simply back and forth on the, as fast as you can, up and down. One of the solos in this thing goes. Comes out into the rest of the lead solo. But that part is done, like I said, just like that. A bunch of bumblebee things. You got to learn to keep it in time. No better way to do it than to just develop rhythm. I can't teach you how to get rhythm, how to get soul, blah blah blah. People play with metronomes. I've never went for that. Play along with the song. Okay. So anyway, again, that part is just simply very fast on your pick, back and forth on only those 2 strings, your G and B string. Again, 9th fret, 8th fret, and then we slide the whole thing back 1 fret, then back into it, and like this. So watching will show you what I'm talking about. And then it finally comes out on the 4 chord or the D. So then you'll start playing your lead in D, which you can actually stay in A as far as lead guitar goes. But the D chord will follow it after that. So anyway, that's a whole bunch of stuff from Call Me the Breeze. Okay? It is iced tea time, folks, or time to pause, one of the 2, and go work on your song. Okay, another one I wanted to really cover, partially, like these. I'm leaving a lot of it. I'm giving you about 50% of these songs. Rest of it figure out on your own. This will give you enough of the skills to figure out what's going on between this and the first one. And of course, the part 3 that'll be in your stocking. We got That's right, we're going there. For this one, you gotta have some dexterity. That means you gotta be able to use both hands. It's not ambidextrous. It has nothing to do with being bi, which is fine. I have to say that so I won't get sued. Okay. So I know a little. Okay, so we got this at the beginning. Okay, all that is your open B string. Some people like to do it with the 5th fret. There's so many different ways that people have bastardized this intro, so pick your own way, whatever works for you. I'll show you the way I actually do it, and you can go back and see if it works for you. Okay? Simple as that. Music's about interpretation, and some people like to do everything note for note, but I'm teaching you not so much the songs as tools to learn them by. Okay? So, that's a fancy way for saying I do it my way, like me and Frankie. Hey, by the way, it's almost Thanksgiving here where I'm at. What year? I can't remember. And I'm wearing my Halloween Kiss shirt again. Isn't that thing lovely? I like it. We got a big pumpkin back here on the back that you can't see because of my strap. Okay. But hey, just wanted to share the shirt. Cool shirt. It can be yours. No, it can't. I'm keeping it. Okay, so for the beginning of this, we're going to go to my way. Open B string. Okay. Which is this. Open B string, hammering onto the 5th fret of the B string. And I'm doing actually 4 notes before I ever get to the E string. Which is all hammer-ons. Watch, I'm only picking it once. A lot of people, and it probably does, just starts with you barring your finger across the E and B string. It probably actually goes that way. So if you want to do it the proper way, or you could do it. I just like doing it because I like it. Okay, so right way, wrong way. There you go. Pick one. We're doing 2 notes on the 5th fret on the high E string to finish this up. Okay, now here's the hard part. Like I said, Skinner had 3 guitar players, not including the bass player. Guitar players are guitar players. Bass players are bass players. There was probably somebody over there doing the rhythm part. That part. But hey, it's all about you today, so you get to cover them all. I've been covering everything my whole life, being the only guitar player in 90% of the bands I'm in. So, it's a hard one. So it's twice. Then we just do a bar chord. It's up to you whether you want to put the emphasis on the high strings. So I'm actually only going, but it looks cool to do the full chord. But you can just bar the B and E if you want. But if you're going to go that route. But if you want to do the whole thing, add some meat behind it, do a full regular bar chord, starting at A sharp or B flat. Okay? And hit them both. They're very staccato. So, or however you want to do it. If you want to emphasize the low strings, pluck or strum down, or upstrokes on your high strings, or the whole thing. Okay? So it's up to you. There's the one. Okay, the second time it comes around, even I forget after years, people like to do, and I believe I'm about 70% sure that's the way it actually goes. But if not, you're still learning something. When it goes to the D, so you have. Now it's going to go to the D. Okay, so what that is, and what I'm doing, what it is, who cares, is doing pull-offs on the B string from 8, 7, 5. Okay, picking hand again. Okay, so I'm doing that. Then we have to go to represent that D. So do a D bar chord, which is right below the A. Same thing, you're starting on the 6th fret, go down to the 5th fret. Accent both of them. Might as well play all 3 strings that you are fretting here. So, then back to the A. Okay, then same thing you did at the beginning, but 2 frets higher. We're up at the 7th fret now. We're not doing a B string. Why? Because it's probably not the way it's actually done. So we're doing our open B string anyway, sorry. So we are actually doing at the 7th fret, doing the hammer-ons. Okay, so we do this once, just like the first one. Then we do the first one again. Okay, so we got the, and then we stop. Okay, so what we have is okay. I'm going to teach you that one. The rest of them you can figure out on your own. And I will show you another one in here actually. I don't want to lie to you too much. So after that lick is up here on the high E string at the 12th fret, reaching way up with your ring finger, having everything else in position. So it's going to be 12, 10, 9. So it's going to be pull-offs on those 3 notes, 12, 10, 9. Middle finger, A note, which is actually your 10th fret on your B string. Very cool lick. Very legendary lick. After you get this whole thing, this is one of the most important licks in the whole song. This one and the one coming next. That's the whole lick. So here's that part. That's how it's phrased. Very staccato. Stop it. Exactly. I don't mean stop it, I mean cut it off. Stop it. Stop it! Okay, next is a bend on your high E string. From the 10th, you're bending them both upwards, 10 and 8. Okay, they're both in position. Stop it, 8. Stop it. Okay, so you get, which is the coolest part of the lick in my opinion. Brilliant, actually. So simple, it's brilliant. The end of it is on the 10th and 8th on the B string. So that's a pull off from 10 to 8 on the B string. Hit the 9th fret on the G string. And then 2 times on the A note or the 10th fret on the B string. With some wiggle in it. Put some wiggle in it. Put some wiggle in it. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so you've got all this fun stuff in there. The last lick I want to show you in here, just for example, and because some people can't figure it out, is this. It's a cool lick. It incorporates your pinky. This is the way I play it and interpret it. So, again, I did it my way. I don't want letters saying, oh, that ain't wrong. It ain't like the tablature, screw tablature. This is music, man. Have fun with it. Okay, so again, another legendary, brilliant lick. Use it in other songs. Don't just use it here. Hell, make something out of it yourself. Turn it backwards and play it backwards. Hell, I've got stuff that sounds like this. You know, just make it your own. But again, this lick is... Okay, very, very, very cool. Again, simple in theory, hard to execute until you get used to it. Okay, here's what we're doing. We are barring at the 5th fret on your E and B string. Okay, what we're going to be doing is each time is moving that bar up 1 fret. Okay, so this is called chromatically going up with this lick. You got to get the little lingo there so people know what you're talking about. So you're doing the same thing over and over and over again, but you're chromatically going up. So you play the lick. Is what's going to happen. So what you have, you play the B string, which is at the 5th fret. Your pinky is now at the 8th fret. Okay, so you pull off the pinky to the 5th fret, which is already waiting on the high E string because you're barring both fingers. So it's a downstroke on your B, upstroke. We're having a lot of strokes here. Somebody get out the defibrillator paddles. Okay, so here's your picking. Then up. So down, up. There's a hammer off, or a pull off, sorry. New word, hammer off. So down, up, hammer, or pull off, and down again. Now we're going to do our chromatic walk up. That's all it is if you get used to that. This is the hard part, it's actually going... Okay, we're only doing half the lick though from there. We're just leaving out the first note actually. Now we actually start with the pinky. Then up again. Until you reach the 12th fret with your pinky. So you go chromatically up, that means 1 fret at a time, with this lick until you hit the 12th fret with your pinky. And that's the last note you hit until, which is, 8th fret on your E with a little bend up. Okay, so first finger on your 8th fret, E string, a little bit of a bend up, and a lot of vibrato on your 10th fret, which is your A note. A la Hendrix. So 10th fret is where you end up on the B string for A note. And the rest of that stuff is basic blues type stuff. Again, Southern rock is blues influenced heavily and country influenced heavily. There's not much more added there. It's country and blues thrown together. Again, you'll notice all your Southern rock bands are going to country because they can't fit anywhere, so country allows them to be there. Country is no longer country and Western, and it's no longer actually country. It is Southern rock for the most part mixed in with pop. So it's the only place you can get bands like the Eagles and such. Now, they are playing, or they're only played on the country charts, go figure. World's a strange place, but Southern rock will be in a lot of our hearts forever. So this is where guitar players actually got to shine, so that's why we play it. Guitar music is dead for the most part. to people who don't play. Okay, so that being said, let's bring this stuff back, man. It needs to come back. It's just such a cool art form. So once again, you have this. Okay, and then it goes, or something like that. Then it has another, and of course the lick I just showed you. You know, wherever you want to go, and if you want to learn it note for note, go learn it. You have the tools to do it. More tea, more power to you. Okay, so that's basically how all that goes. There's not much more to the song other than just going in and checking it out. You've got the tools, go do it. So those are your little, I know a little. I'm going to flop guitars around, and we're going to start on the Sweet Home stuff, okay? So I'll be back in a couple seconds. Alright, we're back with this thing. Again, 1983, this one, Gibson Corvus 3. 3 because it's got 3 pickups. They have the Corvus 1, has 1 humbucker. Corvus 2, 2 humbuckers. Corvus 3, this. Okay? So this is a Strat attempt, but with just something that looks like a can opener. But an amazing guitar. The neck bends like crazy. No whammy. I love that. No tuning problems. But since we have a bolt-on neck, we can bend the heck out of a guitar. A beautiful, beautiful guitar. As ugly as you might think it is, I think it's one of my coolest. So, again, open to interpretation. Sweet Home a la flippin' Bama. Been done to death, but by God, it's a legend for a reason. Okay? It's just a cool flippin' tune. I don't care how many times you're going to have to play this in your life. I've probably played this song at least 1,000 times in my career, and I'm only halfway old. Okay, 3/4 the way old. I'm 45 as of the time of this video, so you figure it out. It gives you that cool contrast to the other Gibson sounds. Ooh. Again, it was played on a Strat. I've got Strats back here, but hey, I just wanted to show off this flippin' ugly guitar to you. 'Cause I like it. That's the way. Get your fingers out. I like it. That. Oh, shake your booty, kids. That's for your wives if you're. Otherwise, it's for whoever wants to look at that ugly mess. Okay, Sweet Home Alabama, your typical. Okay, so definitely a different sound. You got your Strat sound here. So we'll be doing those. Or there it is. Okay, so I'll show you all this little stuff to just kind of give you the basics of this song. The rhythm, typical D chord, okay? So we know our D chords. And by the way, if you're not tuned to me, shame on you. Go buy an electronic tuner. $15, go get one. Okay, so anyway, regular D chord. If you don't know this, go look it up on the internet. I'm not going to show it to you. Okay, so you're playing your D string open twice, downstroke, and simply playing with an upstroke on your B string and then your G string. That's it. Okay? So twice on the D string, then B string, G string, upstroke. And I like to do an open G, or open G, I'm correct. Go figure that. I like to do, I don't know if it does, because like I said, I've bastardized these songs as the years go by. So I like to do an open G string as I'm switching chords to the C suspended second. Okay. Okay, so we'll be going to that. So you can or can't, it's up to you, do that open G string. That's it correctly delivered to you that way. So this kind of has a passing note. That's an open G string, so you'll know. So it gives you a note to play while you're switching chords. I mentioned C suspended second because that's what it is. Play a regular C chord for the next one, but you add your pinky to the B string at the 3rd fret. That gives you your 2 note, or your suspended second, as all the scientists like to call it. Okay, so you have... Okay, but for our purposes, you play the A string twice. Okay, so you do exactly the same picking pattern as the first one. Open G. Okay, so you're playing that suspended second and an open G string. You could actually, if you wanted to, end up with everything off of there except for what's on the A string and what's on the B string. But a C is a familiar place, and you can just slam your pinky down, so you have again. And I like the open D too when you're passing. Either way, whatever you happen to hit. Here's the open D. Again, another open string before we go to this. Before we go to that. That was open D. I like the sound of that. So that's open D every time. I'm into it for today. So whatever you like. Whatever you don't like. Hey, we got a leg rest in this guitar. Ooh, no hands. Ooh. Okay. 2 notes on the low E string, 3rd fret, just a G. Okay? Okay? Everybody has their take on this. Here's my take on this. So after the, I go on the D string to the E note, 2nd fret, middle finger. That's my lick. Okay, so after the G, okay, so 2nd fret. Okay, so that is A, open, hammer on to the 2nd fret. Same thing on the next string on your D. Then pull off, 3rd fret on the A, pull off, hammer on. That's it. Okay, let's see if I had it right. Open D. Okay, so that's it. That's it. Okay, so once again. And you start over again. And then you can do this part, because I always have to. Okay, that is, here it is in context. Cool little trick. I'll show it to you. It's stupid actually, but it looks cool. Chicks dig it, so do it. Okay, so the is simply this. Open D string, then on your G string, middle finger for all of this, 2nd fret, you pull off, open, and hit the D string again. Okay, so it's the same thing. 4th fret, pull off, open D, and then finally grab the 5th fret and bend it towards the floor. And if you can, try to catch it with one of those false harmonic things where your thumb and your pick hit the string at the same time. If you get it, cool. If you don't, whatever. Probably was a mistake, or who knows. If you're clever enough or good enough, you can find out where you get those squeals at. That little thing. Okay? If not, you get, which is fine too. So that's all that is. So that is. Okay, so the first time you have, then you have this. Okay, I forgot about that little part. At the beginning is that open D, hammer on, second, and G string. That much. Okay, so you have, then stop, then. Okay, so there's the whole thing. Pardon my mess. So again, the correct way now. And again. Now we got, that is just simply that open D string, hammer onto the 2nd fret of the D string, and then G with an upstroke. So down, hammer on, upstroke. But if you go over the top of the neck, you can use every finger on your hand just for fun. Like I said, it's just a little showy thing. You can do it on the other thing too. So when you get cool, I can't teach you cool. I'm not actually cool. I just play the cool guy on TV. Hey! I know I'm at the Fonz. I know. Keep my day job again. So you could do it anyway. Okay, I get to change a little tape here. We're gonna get a little more out of this. So, by the power vested in me, ooh, I'm gonna switch tapes. Okay, welcome back, my childrens. I did it. I have changed the tape. Okay, for some more on Sweet Home, part you definitely have to have is this. Your typical. Okay, all that is just like the rest of the song, D, C, G. Okay, so it's the same thing, but you're doing it with what we had done in the first lesson, on the first tape, is barring at the 7th fret across 3 strings, your D, G, and B string at the 7th fret, and we're doing what we showed you in the first video, but we're going to add one extra note. That's it. Okay, so this is it on the A string. 3 hammer-ons. Okay? And then we hit our 2 middle strings, our D and our G, with an upstroke. Then again. Okay, I have to analyze it myself in order to teach it to you. what's happening, okay? Then we go back down to the 9th fret on the A string. We slide down to the 7th fret. That's it, a roll in there. So, then what we did at the beginning, really quick, from 5, 6, 7 on the A string. Okay, then we hit the 7th fret on our A string and just kind of let it go down into the abyss there. Then we have open A with all hammer-ons again. Open 2, 3. Open 2nd, 3rd fret. All hammer-ons. Then you hit your open G string and let it all ring together. So after you hit the open G string, as it's ringing, hit the G note on your low E string at the 3rd fret. Then, so that's a downward bend on your G string, 2nd fret. So bend down, kill it. So down, then down, release, and pull off. So down, down, release, pull off. So that's the whole thing. Then again. And then there is one little thing, which I'm glad I have this guitar on for, because it bends so easily. If you have a whammy, more than likely you're going to go out of tune. It's just the nature of the beast. If you have a magic whammy that don't go out of tune, by all means use it right here. Which is that. You'll hear that. Go back and listen to your actual version of this song, and you'll hear that in one of these. Okay, to do that, you do harmonics on the 12th fret, G string, D string. Okay, so we have a doorbell. If you don't know what harmonics are, you're just barely touching the string, you're not pushing down at all. You hit it, magic happens. You're just barely touching the string directly above the fret. So up, strokes. Then the opposite way at the 7th fret, right above them, on the D string, then the G string. These are down strokes. So that's how it's phrased. That quick. And as that G string is ringing, you grab the back of the headstock and you push forward. What happens? Your guitar goes away. Something else needs to have counter force. So you grab somewhere on the guitar, if you have a horn like on a Strat or any other guitar. I love this one. There's hardly anything to grab a hold of, but it does it great because the neck is pretty much SG would be good for this if it had 3 pickups. I do have a few of those SGs with the 3 single coil pickups. I'll grab one real quick, show it to you. These things are very, very, very Strat sounding. So here's your Gibson SG. I got a couple of these guys with 3 single coils. Again, they've been pretty good, but again, it's a glued in neck, so you may not want to do it with that, but anything with a bolt on neck is great for this. Okay, so again, it's a counter push. So you're pushing on the back of the headstock, and then you grab just with the palm of your hand. Again, that thing's very important in all aspects of manhood. Your palm. Palm. Okay, and so you push in with that, and you bend your neck. You're just trying to create. It actually goes about a whole step down. and it's that quick. So it goes by that fast. Okay. One other thing on the Sweet Home thing, and the rest is up to you. Okay, is basically that's your first little lead lick. This is my interpretation of it again, but the whole idea is to get licks that go well with Southern rock. Okay, so this one, the first real memorable lead lick that you can hear from this, that you want to get close to right, which I got close to right. It's not exact, but it's close to right. Is going all the way up to 17th fret with your ring finger on the high E string, and have your 15th fret in the wings waiting. Okay. Which is on the B string, 18th fret, pull off to the 15th. So you have, and that note is on the 16th fret of your G string, 16th fret, back to your 15th on your B. So you have, okay, that one is simply on the B string, pull off from the 15th to the 13th. And then we're going to the 12th, I'm sorry, from the 15th to the 13th, then we'll go to the 14th on the G string. And then back to the 13th on the B. So you're going D, so sorry, so you're ending on a D note. Now we actually switch it up to a 2 fret, instead of 3 fret reach, a 2 fret reach for the C chord. So you're playing over top of D here, then the band switches to C, so you have to go, then they go to G. Okay, so now they're in G. That is, okay, D string, hammer on from 12 to 14, up to 12, your G note on your G string. Then we're going back and forth from those two notes, from the G to your E note, which is actually your 14th fret on your D string. That's how much it goes. Your pick is going back and forth too. That's how fast you'll actually get this. And then the fun part is just simply a 14th fret G string bend. Okay, so you have okay, this next one sounds just like that. Is that twice on your D, hammer on to your E, this is on the D string. That's your lick. I'm sure you can figure it out. Hammer on, 12, 14, 12, 14, 12, 14, then that thing again. And then I hit the 14th fret without bending, without being bent. Okay. And then a bunch of little stuff right there in G. Okay, it's up to you, but I would play this, and you can figure this out on your own. On the D I'm doing there, you'll kind of hear that on there. It's an open D string, and the D string at the 12th fret. It's just some hammer-on pull-offs. So again, my phrasing in my licks, actually, whenever I play this song, go like this. Okay, so that's what I do. That's another cool one. I'll show you that, then we'll go on to something else. It's actually not in the song, but it's in other songs. So I steal it, and I rob it, and I throw it in here. Sweet Home is one of those songs you can just jam to. Nobody expects you to play it like Freebird, every note for note, or Hotel California, where if you play one note wrong, everybody's going to notice. Just one, but Sweet Home is very open to interpretation. So that one is 14, 15, 17 on the high E string. Picking them all. Down, up, down. Okay, so watch my fingers, which ones I'm using. Then down to C. So that's 12, 13, 15. Then you hit the C note, 13th fret on the B string. So same thing for the G. You're going down. Okay, I knew it sounded like something else. So you're going 7, 8, 10 on the E. Then your G note, which is actually your 8th fret on your B string. So whatever you want, open to interpretation. It's just an idea for you. So after the usually it stops right there and goes into another verse. Our particular arrangement in the group I'm currently in, then we keep going, and I go right into something like that, you know, but it's all open to interpretation. So that's as much of the Sweet Home thing as I'm going to give you, except for one more thing. If you don't have a keyboard player, you got the you always hear the piano player playing that part. Okay? So if you want to do it or try it, it's just simply this. You're skipping your B string, so you're only playing your G string and your E string. I just slide up on the G string up to the 7th fret, and then hit your E string. They're both on the 7th fret. Everything's on the same fret. And I let it all slide. And then I actually hit just those two notes. So I'm letting my bottom of my ring finger here mute the B string by barely touching it with the flesh underneath, so you can just hit it without worrying about hitting your B string. Hitting your B is okay, but you're already playing a B note, so if you're slightly out of tune like I am, and hit them all at the same time, it's going to be funky, so try to mute it. Sometimes I don't even play again at all, just one hit. You know, so it's just a quick passing thing. So use it at your leisure or don't use it. A couple of things I want to point out. They may not seem so Southern rock, but again, they lend themselves so well to them. A little Creedence and a little Rick Derringer. Okay? A lot of licks in here that pertain to Southern rock, and they came from Southern rock, or they actually made Southern rock in the case of Creedence. Nice, easy stuff here. Talking about Bad Moon Rising by Creedence is very simple stuff, but it's probably what started Southern rock, was those guys, because it was just right on the edge of being that, and then everybody else just took it a little further. Bad Moon Rising, I like to take a Strat I know he's using a Les Paul, blah, blah, blah. But I like to take a Strat or whatever. Throw it up here on the neck pickup. Okay, so I like to do that kind of thing. What I like to do is, I keep saying what I like to do because I really don't give a hoot what they're doing for the most part, but I like to get the essence of it. That's what I'm teaching you, is the essence, so you can go and do what you will with it, okay? Just a cool little technique that Fogarty probably, or I'm sure he probably came up with this. So we're going to go, it's in the key of D. It's just played just like everything else I've been showing you, but we've used what looks like F chords. If you're not familiar with them, you're getting ready to be really fast. So you're sliding up to the D, or the 7th fret, from 6 to 7, using your 2 middle strings. If you want to throw in the B string, that's fine. So here's without the B string. Here's with the B string. Okay, so the rest of our chords will be, so that's twice, 2 ghost notes, 3 I guess actually. Okay, so check it out, you'll hear them. So there's a lot of those in there. Get used to playing those in between. Listen for the clicks. I taught you those in the first lesson. Again, if you don't have the first lesson, shame on you. I'm not going to teach you the ghost notes again. So listen for them. Okay, so what we're doing for the next notes, which are A and G, is simply playing an F chord, but in the A position. So you take it, play an F, starting at the 5th fret. So you get, okay, so you're starting like an F, but move it up. So your fingers that are barring the E and B are at the 5th fret. Everything else goes down just like an F. So you play the low note or the D note, and then strum the chord and kill it. Same thing on the G, and then same on a regular D chord, and let it ring. Okay. Actually, we won't let it ring too long because we're going to come right back up to where we started and do some phrasing. Okay, again, this was from the first video, which is simply 7th fret. Okay, so you have that in the wings. So we got 8, 9 on the A string. You're hitting both the A and the D string. Then the 2 middle strings that are barred. Either way. You can either throw your ring finger on the 7th fret, I'm sorry, the 9th fret of the D string. That's the phrasing. Or you can do the thing. Same thing as you're doing now, but adding the middle finger to the 8th fret of your B string at the same time as you're doing the other one I showed you. And then some more embellishments. There it is with the high notes. Okay, so that's basically how that goes. If you want to hear just the basic chords, how it goes with the song, go check it out, or I'll do a nasty job here for you. It's just simply D, A, G. So it's like that. So it's from the beginning, it's like. nasty vocals, but just to kind of show you how that goes. And when it goes into the solo, believe it or not, it is no more than playing the same thing you're adding in that B string and you're sliding into each of the notes. Okay, so you're just sliding in with your root note. So up to the G. Okay, so same crap you've been using before. Sorry for the crap word. Then you're adding the G string, 14th fret. Or you can add or the other stuff that you've already learned in lesson 1. Okay, so you can see what's going. You can figure this out. This was in the first one. Okay, so the solo is basically my interpretation like this. Watch it, listen, go back, play with them, see how close it is, or make up your own stuff. But this is close. Back into that stuff again. So that's about all there is to that. I'm going to go to a little final thing I'll do today, and there will be a part 3 to this. I promise you. it may be out. It depends on what year I made this. Who knows? What year is it now? I don't know. I'm not going to let you know how old this thing is. It is 1912. We still got 100 years to live. Ooh. I'm going to do the Rick Derringer song. I'm going to do it in the key of A. This is called Rock and Roll Hoochie Coo. Okay? It's just got some cool points to it that you really need to know. It's not so Southern rock as it is Southern rock influenced. It's the points that it makes that I want to get across to you. Okay? Because, again, it's just such a guitar song. If you don't know this song, go get it any means possible. Coolest, one of the coolest licks or guitar songs I think out there. My own thing, but it basically has one of this type of vibe. You may have heard it. It goes like this, like this. Here it goes. It's like. So it goes something like that. I did a few little boo-boos in the middle, but hey, it's rock and roll. Yeah, I gotta say that's tea. Okay, just because it's on camera. No, it is. Like I said, it's like 6 or 7, 8 in the morning, so it is iced tea. Okay, so you see there's a lot of cool little stuff going on there. Like I said, I'm going to do this in the key of A. Again, I don't remember if he did an A or G. He did one of the two. But just for the lick's sake. I mean, that is just too flippin' cool. Let's do that one, okay? And then... I mean, that is cool. And then to think of that easy thing, but it's just so flippin' cool. I use it in everything. People probably get tired of these licks, but they're cool. Okay, the basic rhythm for this goes like this. Okay, well that's A. 4 clicks, down, up, ghost notes. This whole song is about ghost notes or clickies or whatever. Hear all the little clickies? Okay, so try to match that with me. If you have the first video, you will be able to do it. If you don't, go buy the flippin' first video. Get it over with. So we're going to the C, D, C, A. So that's it. Okay. One last time. Either way you want to play it. Once you get back to this, then we actually go up to the 7th fret on the D, twice, pull off to 5, then we're going chromatically down from 7, 6, 5 on the A string. Okay, pick them all. And try to squeal them a little bit if you can. There's my flub again. However you want to play it, but I'll show you this way. After you get to the 5th fret, we're going to hit the 8th fret on the E string. And then all the way back up to the 7th fret on the D. Or whatever finger you do vibrato best with it. Use it. It goes that quick. You get a lot of vibrato on the last 2 notes. Even though they both fly by really fast, a lot of vibrato in the amount of time you have. Make it count, make it punch. And then the next one is exactly the same. With the exception of the last note being an octave lower. So I actually, for this, makes it easier, go down to the 3rd fret of the A string instead of the 8th fret of the E string. So little bend up or warble or vibrato. And then the low A with your ring finger, 5th fret, E string. A lot of vibrato again. So you have that. So the first one. Second. Again. Again. And now the song goes. Okay, which is C. There's your clicks. D, G, up to A. Okay? Then this lick. Cool lick. Very easy, but very, very effective. It's just climbing like a spider. 5th fret A string. Hammer on the 7th. Same thing next string on your D. Then 5th fret on your G. With a little warble or actually a bend towards the floor. And kill it. Hit the 7th fret on the D. Then hammer on 5, 7. So okay, that's how it goes. Again, for phrasing. And at speed. Okay, that's how it goes. Check out the click it, click it, click it, click it. That is too cool. Okay, so now it's... Then same thing. Now no lick, just a bunch of clicks, but you gotta get them right. So you go back to the C, click, click at G, I'm sorry, D, C, D, G, A. And then we'd go to an open E after these clicks, just simply by going second fret, bend it towards the floor, open E. And then we're getting ready to do one last thing and we'll be done with this whole mess altogether. But, so we have the first one. Count the clicks. Okay, I'll do it again. I'll do it slower. You get to count the clicks. I'm not going to count them. So, okay. There it is again. Okay, that's exactly it. One last time. After that, we have the final thing, which is cool, a ninth chord. We're doing an E9, which is, I'll show you the chord first. A string, 7th fret, middle finger. Your first finger, D string, 6th fret. And now, all the other strings will be covered by bending your finger the wrong way. Let's see if I can show you. Yeah, there it is. I know, it's not impossible. Everybody in the world does it. It just feels weird at first. But it covers all 3 strings, and it's bent way back like that. You're not double jointed to do this. Everybody can do this. Okay? It's just a matter of getting used to it. I'm exaggerating it actually here because I can't. It actually lays flatter. Truth be known, it's actually looking like this. It bends a little bit. Let's see if I can get the other angle. There it is at the other angle. Take it for what it's worth. I'll get it in there. That's what your fingers are going to look like. Okay, so we slide into this whole thing. Here's the chord. Okay, so what we do is that. We play the A, D, and G strings. Just like that. That many times. The last one has a little bit of a push to it. And then we do it again, but we add in the B string. You can even add in the high E string. So that is... Anyway, rock and roll hoochie coo, very cool tune. If you're not hip to it yet, yeah, I know, it sounds like I'm in the 70s. We are in the 70s, folks. It's a time flipping warp. That's why we're here, learning some Southern rock. I'm down on my knees. I know you're begging me, please. Once again, Scott Grove, that is part 2. wee of our Southern Rock series. Hey, my battery is even running out. Check it out. Ooh, you can't see it on the screen. Anyway, look for part 3. Yes, I'm going to get there. Why? Because it's so much fun. Anyway, take care. Have fun with all this. Look for part 3 coming out in my series. And don't forget to watch all the vampire movies too. I'm going to make it just like that, so it'll be really popular. I'm going to introduce my werewolf in my next video. So this is my new moon video. Ooh, I hope it grosses $10 gazillion. I wish I had a better looking person to play guitar behind me, so it's like get huge. Anyway, I'll shut up now. Scott Grove, look for part 3. If you don't have part 1, shame, shame, shame. Bye, folks.